Oh boy. So the plot thickens. We got allegations coming out here. The Acolyte showrunner, Leslye Headland, accused of being part of Lucasfilm campaign targeting Gina Carano, and was to participate in the struggle session. So you don't know about that struggle session. That was like where Gina was supposed to sit down and Zoom call with like 40 people that were LGBTQ employees of Lucasfilm. Leslye Headland, the showrunner of upcoming Star Wars Plus series The Acolyte, is accused of being of the Lucasfilm part of the Lucasfilm campaign targeting actress Gina Carano. In Carano's newly filed lawsuit against Walt Disney Company and Lucasfilm, her lawyer details how she was the victim of harassment. It specifically detailed that after she put the words beep bop boop in her Twitter bio, she was subjected to long phone calls demanding an explanation and criticizing her for not embracing what some see as mandatory solidarity with a vocal element of the transgender activist community. Boy, that was a mouthful. The lawsuit also details she was required to meet with representatives of GLAAD, good Lord, a national organization that promotes LGBTQ acceptance, something she willingly did. Okay, let me see here. After allegedly receiving positive feedback, the Walt Disney Company and Lucasfilm were not satisfied. Interesting. So she met with GLAAD, but they received positive feedback from them. They were not satisfied and continued to demand a public apology. Defendants went so far as to try and convince Carano's publicist to force Carano to issue a statement admitting to mocking or insulting an entire group of people, which Carano had never done. I guess they assumed that the beep bop boop means like him, he, him, they, or something like that as a way to mock them. That's the only thing that I can think of. The Walt Disney Company and Lucasfilm also rejected Carano's proposed alternate statement. From there, Carano went to donate to a GoFundMe page allegedly set up in support of the transgender community. Okay. When she opened the link, she read that the fund was supposedly created by a Lucasfilm creative and was directly targeting Carano. Wait a minute. From there, Carano went to donate to a GoFundMe page allegedly set up in support of the transgender community. When she opened the link, she read that the fund was supposedly created by a Lucasfilm creative and was directly targeting her, defaming her by accusing her of being a bigoted actress. Accordingly, Carano did not donate. A creative at Lucasfilm. Excuse me. The lawsuit then alleges Carano brought this to Lucasfilm's attention, who denied the GoFundMe account was established by any Lucasfilm employee. Shortly after, the account was changed to call Carano ignorant, and the identity of the organizer was changed to no longer identify as Lucasfilm employee. See, now that's fishy. Very, very fishy. It then reveals that Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy wanted Carano to join a struggle session on Zoom with her and 45 other employees who definitely who identify as part of the LGBTQ community. The purpose of this struggle session, according to the lawsuit, was a litmus test to determine if she had the willingness to endure such harassment and humiliation. The group was described by her publicist as a friendly group who want Gina to succeed. However, multiple employees that were to take part in the struggle session had contributed to the GoFundMe campaign, including Leslye Headland. The lawsuit states several had contributed to the anti-Carano GoFundMe account, including filmmaker Leslye Headland, who was scheduled to produce a Star Wars production. Carano detailed much of this in an interview with Ben Shapiro back in 2021, less than a month after the Walt Disney Company fired her from The Mandalorian. She informed Shapiro, I guess when we first started having problems, it had to have been on the pronoun usage. Maybe before that, well, because I was already upset about the shutdowns. She would later go on to go over the controversy with the pronouns, saying, I ended up putting beep bop boop in my Twitter bio. It was 100% to go to the Twitter mob that was telling you what to do, and it had zero to do with trying to go after the transgender community, because I would never do that. Just me personally, I'm not trying to target anybody or go after anybody. And so as soon as I saw people started talking, taking that wrong, I put right after that, I was like, no, beep bop boop. She then explained why I literally said to my friend, I was like, you what? Let's put something in my bio just to show I can put whatever I want to put in my bio, just like they put whatever they want in their bio, like Trash Panda and all this stuff. So I put these noises in my bio. Interesting. Later in the interview, she explained how Disney addressed her changes in her Twitter bio. I had a publicist at the time, and they said, you have to put out an apology. This is messed up. This is awful. And I was like, okay. I did say right after the tweet, I clarified for everybody, this is not directed toward the transgender community in any way. And I've also been watching celebrities apologize left and right, and it's very ingenuine. And I said, can you just give me a moment, because I'm kind of feeling emotional right now. And can I just do my own research? Carano continued. So they were like, okay, yeah, do your research, but you need to get on the phone tomorrow with LGBTQ transgender section. And I was like, I honestly am feeling very emotional. Can you give me a second? And they said, no, you need to do this now. And so I did. I was like, okay, if we have to do it now, then let's do it now. And so I watched their documentary, and I got on the phone with them. And they basically were two very gentle people, and were like, we're sorry you stepped in what they call a landmine, and we can tell you're not here against us. They actually reported back to Disney and Lucasfilm. They thought it would be a bad idea if they canceled me, or if they let this affect anything, she shared. Interesting. Carano would then detail how Lucasfilm, the Walt Disney Company, wanted a specific statement. She detailed, we went through this very long, where it was like back and forth. They wanted me to say this. I felt like it was ingenuine. I wrote out this massive thing but they didn't want that. I think they thought I was already taking too much attention off The Mandalorian, which was not my intention, because I know how hard everyone works on it. She continued, we got down to this statement within like 2 words, almost like 2 words. This ridiculous thing, they just said it was not apologetic enough. It was shocking. I want to communicate. Carano then transitioned to providing details on the struggle session that the lawsuit now alleges Leslye Headland was to take part in. All these Lucasfilm employees are railing on me on their websites. One of them, creative director, had a GoFundMe, And in the GoFundMe bio, it was like, this is because of our ignorant actress. She then shared, so they wanted me to go on the phone with like 40 of their LGBTQ community, not on the phone, Zoom. And I felt like all these people, all your employees are slandering the hell out of me right now. You think I want to get on a video where they can film it? I felt very kind of insecure about that. So what I offered them was the restaurants at the time had started opening back up. And I was like, let me take 4 or 5 of them out to dinner, and it'd be person to person. You can look me in the eye. I can look you in the eye, and I can have a genuine conversation. She didn't even have to do that. She was really trying for something that she really didn't do. I find that interesting. I think it's also a bit abusive that you want me to talk to 40 people and hear 40 people that have been slandering, and maybe not all of them have been slandering me, but a lot of them probably had. And it was just like, wait, I don't feel like I really deserve this. Don't you guys see what's happening online? It's all about these bots. It's not even faces. It's not real people. I don't know who these people are, children or just bots or whoever the hell they are. They're just awful, she said. Well, well, well. That was a big old mouthful. I know this. If, because this is all allegedly, if Ms. Headland is a part of this and started that, that's going to make things look real bad. People already don't want to watch The Acolyte. No one's interested. No one. I have to drudge through it because I review this stuff and I do reactions. It's part of what I do. People are like, you know, I'm the guy sticking his toe in the water or putting his helmet on a stick and going like this. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'll be letting you guys know if it's good or not. But from what I've heard, it's got everything in it that people do not want in it, including the majority of the LGBTQ community doesn't want it either. They feel they're pandered to all the time, okay? And the majority of the fandom feels that all this pandering and all this stuff needs to stop. It's just ridiculous. Sticks out like a red thumb. We're getting tired of it. It takes you out of the escapism because it just draws you right back into this world that we're trying to escape from. The same old political talking points and everything that everybody's tired of hearing and seeing on Twitter and the rest of social media. They want to bring it back into our entertainment now, which it doesn't make any sense. Post comments down below. Let me know what you all think. Do you think that Ms. Headland is really part of it or not? Let me know in the comment section. 10 million subscribers. Woo!